Okay, today take a look at the DOVOH 3-plane professional laser level. Now the thing that immediately stands out to me is 110 milliwatts. That is going to make this a very bright laser level. Nice. That is laid out very nicely. I'm used to these things being like stuffed into a case where you got to really pull everything out to get to it. This is laid out beautifully. And this nice hard shell case, like that by itself, like the presentation is awesome. Looks like they actually gave us some glasses because 110 milliwatts, to put that in perspective, 500 milliwatts is unusable. Like using it in any condition could actually blind you. So with this, it's actually kind of nice that they gave you these. Now, if you're shooting real far away, this is a reflector. It's going to allow you to see that laser even if it's super far away. And so we got a magnet and we got a stand. So if you want to, you can just stand that guy up. Comes with 2 batteries. I am loving everything about this. Most laser levels just come with 1. This actually comes with 2, and these are 7.4 volt, 2600 milliamp hour batteries. We got a charging cable. And this is USB-A to USB-C. We got a charger, but we'll just plug the USB-C into there, and then plug that into a USB port to charge. Oh, that's cool. They actually gave us an adapter, so we don't have to have a USB port. We can plug this into a standard wall outlet. And it says this is 100 to 240 volts. That's good for international or domestic, and it outputs 0.4 amps at 5 volts. And then we've got our stand. These things are fantastic because if you need to get that super fine adjustment, trying to do that with something like a light stand, you can do it, but it's a lot of work. This just makes it so much easier. And this one's very well thought out as well. So we got a nail hook right there, so if you just got a nail sticking in the wall, we can hang it right onto that. Got a 5/8 thread, so if you got a tripod designed for laser levels, we can use that. We got a clamp on the top, and it looks like it can pivot somehow. Oh yeah. Oh, wow. That's just magnets. That's very strong. So, and then we got a big thumb nut on the bottom to attach that to the 1/4-20 on the bottom of the laser level. Let's get this laser level out. So first thing is this is all super rubber coated. This is a very nice texture on here. Looks like we got a charging port right here, so if you don't want to take the battery out, you don't have to do that. We do have our 3 emitters, so that's going to allow us to put those lasers on 3 different planes. Got our on-off switch on the side. On the bottom we have 5/8 as well as 1/4-20, so we can put this directly onto a laser level tripod or a regular tripod or a light stand. And then we got a spot for the battery. You can see this rubber O-ring around it, so this is actually weather sealed. That is super nice. So we got horizontal, vertical. So if we want to, we can turn off the horizontal plane. We can turn off and on the vertical planes. And if you look back here, you can see how the reflector is working. So even when we're unfocused, you can still see that laser level very well. We got a super thick manual. We got our lock, we got our pulse, we got our battery indicator. I also like seeing that when we turn this on, you can see how it kind of moves those diodes. And then if I lock it, it kind of puts them back in position. So it's going to prevent these things from just bouncing around in shipment. So I really like seeing that. Now if we want to use manual, we need to have this locked. Then we press and hold the on. And there we go. Now I can see it is on, it is locked. Those diodes are not going to move anywhere. So if you need to get a weird angle, but you just want to have a nice straight line, this is going to be the tool that you can use for that. And if you want pulse, press it again. Now we got the pulse lit up. So that way, if you have an electronic indicator that uses pulses to actually see where that line is and tell you where that line is, if it's really, really far away, this laser level can actually accommodate that. So this has everything. This is a super nice laser level. You can see I've got my old laser level right there, and you can see the difference it makes in having that more powerful diode. So if you're in a bright environment, having that extra bright laser level is just going to make it a lot easier to see. So there we go. I got my holes drilled out, and that way I know that TV, when it goes in the wall, is going to be perfectly square. And it's going to be extremely important, especially if we're going to be putting on a wall mount with an arm on it, especially a long arm like what I'm going to be putting up, just because if you have that mount tilted just a little bit, the TV is going to want to fall to the side. So having this perfectly level and straight is extremely important. And then I can even double check that with the laser to make sure it is still level, which it definitely is. Because this arm has a little bit of movement in it, we can also use the laser to get that fine adjustment. So there we go. TV is now on the wall, and this thing really comes in handy for stuff like that.